Howdy y'all, and welcome to this week's Quick Cast, where we're going to break through all the noise and the misinformation that is out there about nutrition. And before I dive into this, I'm not a dietitian. I am a certified nutrition coach. And I'm just giving suggestions here on what I have seen work for myself, my family, and hundreds of athletes that I have worked with. And so really, when it comes to it, we want to simplify things, avoid extremes, and work to build a sustainable, healthy lifestyle with our nutrition habits that allows us to feel better, look better, and perform better for not just the short term, but for the rest of our life. So I'm going to break this down into three simple things to focus on that build off of each other. So the first thing is focusing on the idea of a simple plate at a majority of our meals. So really what we look for with nutrition is that if we're focusing on the things we're going to go over today 80% of the time, and the other 20% is maybe when we enjoy life in moderation, you're going to see sustained success for the long haul. So with the simple plate, you'll also hear me call this a healthy plate. But what it is we take a plate, we divide it in half. From there, we take this one half and we divide it again. So we have three segments in our simple or our healthy plate that we're going to use. And think of this when we're filling a plate for dinner, for lunch, for breakfast, things of that nature. The first thing we're going to address is getting protein at every meal. So when we're filling our plate at every meal, this quadrant here should be a protein. So that's one of the three segments of that simple healthy plate. Kind of a rule of thumb is for every pound of body weight, you should consume a gram of protein. So I weigh 215 pounds. So I strive to get 215 grams of protein per day. I don't really want to get in the weeds on how much to eat. I just wanted to give you that little nugget if you're trying to figure out how much protein is enough. But if you're putting a portion of protein on your plate every meal, you're going to get a good amount of protein if we're eating 3 to 4 meals a day. Then third thing to focus on is veggies. I want to get veggies in at a minimum of 2 meals per day. If you can do it at every meal, that's fantastic. But that's this biggest segment of that simple, healthy plate. And the one thing I want to do here is when we fill our plate, I want to get those veggies, I want to put them on the plate first so that we take up half the plate with that. Then I place my protein and I finish out with a healthy carb. That right there, if we're eating a plate that looks like this for 80% of our meals, you're going to see amazing results. So for example, I'm getting ready to eat lunch here shortly. I'm going to fill my plate halfway, I use a bowl, with mixed veggies. My protein is going to be a big serving of chicken. My carbs is a serving of white rice. I mix it all together, but I have a healthy plate. At that meal, I'll have the same healthy plate with different items at my dinner. So really ignore, not that there's bad information out there. There is some of that, but there's just a lot of information. Don't overcomplicate nutrition. Think about making a simple, healthy plate every meal that has protein at every meal, veggies at a minimum of 2 meals per day, and your plate should look like this. If you do that, I promise you're going to have lifelong success of feeling good, looking good, performing well for the long haul. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps simplify nutrition so you can be successful. And if you have any questions, never hesitate to reach out to me. I'm excited to help you on your journey.